My wife left her laptop open. She was researching how long does it take for someone to be declared dead. I wasn't supposed to be home early. My flight from Chicago got canceled due to weather, and I caught an earlier one instead. Didn't text Renee because I wanted to surprise her. Walked into our house at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, expecting to find her working from home like usual. She wasn't in her office. Her laptop was open on the kitchen counter, screen still bright. I glanced at it while setting down my bag. The browser had 6 tabs open. How long does it take for someone to be declared dead? Life insurance payout after disappearance, accidents that leave no body, remote hiking trails with dangerous conditions, how to access spouse's accounts after death, signs of foul play investigators look for. My blood turned to ice. I stood there reading those tabs over and over, trying to make them mean something else. Maybe she was writing a novel. Maybe she was helping a friend. Maybe there was an explanation that didn't involve my wife planning to kill me. I took photos of every tab with my phone. Then I heard the garage door open. I quickly walked to the living room and sat on the couch, pretending to scroll through my phone. Renee walked in carrying grocery bags. Her face went white when she saw me. "You're home." Her voice was too high. "Flight got canceled. Caught an earlier one. You should have texted me." She was already moving toward the kitchen. I heard the laptop snap shut. "Didn't want to bother you. Thought I'd surprise you." She came back smiling, but her eyes were wrong. Too wide, too careful. We had dinner together. She made my favorite meal. Kept refilling my wine glass even though I'd barely touched it. Asked me 3 times if I was feeling okay, if I was tired, if I wanted to go to bed early. I said I felt great. That night I pretended to fall asleep but stayed awake for hours. She got up at 3 a.m. and went downstairs. I crept to the top of the stairs and listened. She was on the phone with someone, whispering too quietly for me to hear the words, but I heard her laugh softly, intimately, the laugh she used to save for me. The next morning I called in sick and waited until she left for work. Then I searched the house. In her closet, hidden in a shoebox behind her winter boots, I found a burner phone. Dozens of texts to someone named Jay, plans for after, how they'd wait the appropriate amount of time before going public, how the life insurance would set them up perfectly, how she'd play the grieving widow so well no one would suspect. The most recent text was from that morning. "He came home early. Have to push the hiking trip back. Next weekend instead. Love you." I took photos of everything. Then I called a lawyer. She recommended a private investigator. Within 3 days, he had photos of Renee meeting a man named Jordan at a hotel downtown. He also found she'd increased my life insurance 6 months ago without telling me. Changed the beneficiary to only her name. The investigator dug deeper. Found that Jordan had a criminal record, assault charges from a previous relationship, a restraining order from an ex-girlfriend who claimed he'd tried to push her off a balcony. My wife was planning to kill me with a man who'd already tried to kill someone else. I took everything to the police. They were skeptical until they saw the search history, the texts, the insurance changes, Jordan's record. They opened an investigation. 2 weeks later, Renee told me she'd booked us a romantic weekend at a cabin in the mountains. Remote location, beautiful hiking trails, no cell service. She was so excited describing the cliffs with stunning views, the trails along dangerous ridges, how we'd reconnect away from all distractions. I told her it sounded perfect. The morning we were supposed to leave, 2 detectives knocked on our door. They arrested Renee for conspiracy to commit murder. Jordan was arrested an hour later. The police had been monitoring their communications for weeks. They'd recorded calls where Jordan described exactly how he'd push me off the trail and make it look like an accident, how Renee would scream and cry and play the devastated wife. The trial lasted 2 weeks. Renee's defense claimed it was all fantasy, just talk, but the jury saw the search history, the insurance changes, the criminal record, the recorded calls. They deliberated for 4 hours, guilty on all counts. Renee got 15 years. Jordan got 20 because of his prior record. At sentencing, Renee looked at me and mouthed, "I loved you." I stared back and said,
Click the link on the homepage to watch the full follow-up for free.